Hey yo guys, I just say hey yo guys. Oh my word. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today you're watching the very first installation of my series, drumroll please, Steps to Immigrating to Canada. So stay tuned for all the deets. You know you want to. Don't go nowhere. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Onyanta here. Today we will be going through the various steps involved when you're trying to immigrate to Canada. But before we even get into it, I need you to do two things for me. One, grab a pen and paper because you're going to need to take notes. And two, please go visit the Canadian immigration website. I've included a link in the description below. Now that you've gone through their website, I hope most of what I'll be saying will make some sense to you. There are three main stages you'd have to go through if you're looking to complete a successful application for permanent residency to Canada. And they are, first and foremost, completing an express entry profile. Second is invitation to apply. And third, confirmation of permanent residency, also known as COPR. Now that's where I need you guys to get to, because that means you're ready to pack your bags and set off on your new life. So let's take it from the top, guys. Back to the beginning. Where to begin? Okay, let's see. The Express Entry program to me is simply a screening process where people who meet certain minimum requirements after submitting their profile are added into a pool. Every now and again, the Canadian Immigration Service will do a draw from the pool and select people who they will invite to apply for permanent residency. For my application, I went through the Federal Skilled Worker program, which is one of 3 economic programs if you decide to immigrate as a skilled professional. The other 2 are Federal Skilled Trader and Canadian Experience Class. Immigrating as a skilled worker is not the only route. There are about 10 other routes you can use to create your express entry profile. They are provincial nomination, family sponsorship, caregiver, self-employed, and the list goes on and on and on and on. Regardless of what route you decide to use, you're going to have to create an express entry profile, and you need certain documents to be able to complete this process. First and foremost, guys, you need a valid international passport. Like obviously. If you don't have a valid passport, then how do you want to move? So if you don't have one, get to applying for one because you need it. Second, you would need a language test result. Let's dwell on this language test for just a little bit, shall we? If you're planning to immigrate to Canada, you're coming in under one of 2 languages. No, one of 3. You're either going to be an English-speaking person, a French-speaking person, or both. Bilingual. If you're bilingual, kudos to you, because that's very good. You get more points later down the process, but let's not deviate. I tried learning French one time and shout out to Alliance Français, but I tried. It wasn't for me. In fact, when you get to the website, before you log in, you'll see the French or English option. You choose based on the language you speak. Obviously, I speak English. So I took the IELTS test, which is the International English Language Testing System. If you're a French-speaking person, you're going to take one of 2 tests, either the TEF or the TEC. The TEF stands for Test d'Évaluation du Français. And the TEC stands for Test de connaissance du français. How did I do French speaking people? I hope I didn't just butcher that. Anyways, yeah. So back to me, because I'm going down the route I used. I took the IELTS exams, and in my opinion, the IELTS is the most accessible test you can get in Nigeria. This is hosted by the British Council. Again, link in the description box below. You'd want to visit their website and figure out everything you need to register for a test. Now listen guys, when choosing what option to take when you want to register for the test, you make sure you select the general option. Yes, there are 2 types, general and academic. You are going to be registering for the general option. The general test costs 75,000 naira, which is a jump from when I took it, because back in 2018 I paid just 68,000. So I guess the demand is high and they're making some good money. And also, while you're on their website, make sure you utilize all the preparational resources they have. I'd like to emphasize at this point that you want to make sure you prepare well enough to get a good IELTS result. Why do I say this? Most of the other factors that contribute to your overall score are things that are outside of your control. You can't control your age, you can't control the number of years you've been working, you can't control the fact if you're single or married, you can't control all that. But your IELTS is a reflection of your level of preparation. If you do well in your IELTS and get a very good result, then your scores will be thanking you for it. Trust me. The test is held in 4 segments. You have the reading, the listening, the writing, and the speaking. The speaking, when I took the test, was just in a room with the examiner. He asked me questions, I answered. It was a conversation. This is mostly to see how effective you are with verbal communication. But for the writing, listening, and reading, I took this test physically in a hall. I heard you can do it online now, so make sure you check that option on the website and explore that if it's more convenient for you. For the listening test, everyone in the hall are given headsets. And once you're given a headset, they play like a demo or trial run. The aim of this is to make sure there's nothing wrong with your headsets. So this is the time to stand up and say, sir, something is wrong. If the sound doesn't feel too good to you, Mr. Examiner. If the volume is too low and you try adjusting it and it doesn't work, Mr. Examiner. Whatever is wrong with your headsets, call the attention of an examiner and get it replaced. Because once they hit play for the actual test, there is no stop, there is no do-over, you're on your own. This listening test will take about 30 minutes and you're given an additional 10 minutes to transfer your answers from your scribble pad to the actual answering sheet. The reading and listening portions will both take an hour, so a total of 2 hours. I mentioned earlier that it is important to get a good score in your IELTS test. So I'm sure you're asking yourself, what is a good score or what is the ideal score? The minimum score set by the Canadian Immigration Service is 6. But you do not want to get 6, guys. 6 is bad. 6 will tank your scores, no 6. The score ranges from 6 to 9, 9 obviously being the highest. An ideal score from my personal experience will be 7 in speaking and writing, and 8 in reading and listening. Obviously, you can get higher than 7 or 8. If you get all 8s, good for you. If you get all 9s, good for you. If you get 8s and 9s and 7s, good for you. I took the test once and I got all the scores I needed. But if for some reason you do not get your scores the first time, do not be disheartened, do not be discouraged. Just try and try again. As I have said repeatedly through this series, preparation is very important. So make sure you go into the hall prepared. Don't go in there cocky, go in prepared. Well guys, I think this is a good place for us to stop for today. I need you guys to go back and just digest and chew on all the information I've given to you so far, and make sure you click on the next videos to continue the process. But if you haven't already, hit subscribe. You know you want to. Hey guys, welcome back. I want you to do 2 things for me, guys. If this first stage is, so make sure you watch that video, guys. Trust me, it's gonna be very, very useful. And then what else?